Hello, hello, my beautiful students. How are you today? Hope that you are pretty fine. It's a real pleasure for me to be with you today. And we are going to continue with some general review that we are going to be having. Remember that we are working with certain topics that we are like cleaning or fixing, taking some things to the light. For that reason, my beautiful students, let's go with this that I have here for you. Okay, so chan, here we go. Let's make this bigger. Excellent, very well. So, first of all, here we are. Excellent. And let me say, welcome back. You are back. Yes, it's a real pleasure to have you here with me one more time. Excellent. Let me move my face. And I want to say hello one more time. Hey there. Hope that you are having a wonderful day. Now, let's continue with this that I have here for you. On your marks, ready, set, and go. Chan. Here we go. We are going to have a review about some vocabulary that I know that you know, but maybe there are some words that we are not using a lot, okay? And then we are going to continue with the next one. So, let's see. Ya lo viste. The number one. Do you know what the number one is? It's a plum. Yes, Iruela, it's a plum. Excellent. We are just like reviewing, right? And for example, what do we have in the number two? It's a watermelon. Very well. And in the number three, what do we have in the number three? Yes, we have a lemon. Excellent. And in the number four, what do we have? Yes, we have a pear. Pear. Excellent. The delicious pear. Excellent. And in the number five is going to be super easy for you. It's a mango. Yes, it is a mango. Now, in the number six, what do I have in the number six? Yes, it is an apple. Very well. We are going to be having an apple. And next to the apple, what do we have? Excellent. We have grapes. Yes. And next to grapes, what do we have? We have the cherries. Excellent. We have cherries. What do we have next to cherries? You can do it. You can do it. We have the orange. Excellent. We have the orange. Very well. And next to the orange, what do we have? Yes, we have a banana. Very good. And next to the banana, what do we have? Yes, we have a strawberry. Delicious strawberry. And now, what do we have in the number 12? A pineapple. Very good. And next to the pineapple, what do we have in the pineapple? Next to the pineapple. Se me antojó. A coconut. Yes, we have a delicious and fresh coconut. Next to the coconut, what do we have? Yes, we have a melon. Very well, we have a melon. And next to the melon, what do we have? Exactly, we have a raspberry. Yes, the raspberry. And next to the raspberry, what do we have? A blueberry. Excellent. And next to the blueberry, what do we have? We have a satsuma. Have you frambuesa, arándanos? Excellent. But maybe the satsuma, it's a kind of new for you. Don't tell me that, because actually the satsuma, it's going to be like, I don't know, for example, it's going to be like a kind of melon, I guess. Excellent. That's going to be super cool. Tell me, what do you know about these fruits? No vegetables. What is it? What is it? It's like a, ya sé que está muy fácil. Sí, pero lo que pasa es que nos enfocamos muchas veces que al presente perfecto, esto y el otro, y dejamos a un lado muchas veces el vocabulario más fácil, y es el que más vamos a estar utilizando. Excelente. Satsuma es como mandarinita, like a tangerine, una mandarinukis. Bueno, por eso es que estamos repasando ciertos vocabularios, ¿ok? Now we are going to continue with vegetables and others. For example, what do we have in the first one? Excellent. We have the mushroom. And next to the mushroom, what do we have? The carrot. Excellent. Carrot. Not carrot. Carrot. Next to the carrot, what do we have? We have the peas. Peas. Chícharos. Excellent. We have the peas. And next to the peas, what do we have? We have the cucumber. Excellent. We have the cucumber. And next to the cucumber, what do we have? Yes, we have the potato. The potato. Next to the potato, what do we have? The broccoli, but broccoli goes with double C. And this delicious and purple one, what is it? It's an onion. It's an onion. And next to the onion, what do we have? We have the lettuce. The lettuce. Excellent. We are going to have the delicious lettuce. And next to the lettuce, what do we have? We have the corn. Excellent. We are going to have corn. And next to the corn, what do we have? Yes, we have the tomato. Tomato. And next to the tomato, what do we have? Turnip. Excellent. The turnip. What is a turnip? Son los nabos. Well, I don't know if we eat it, but it's healthy. And next to the turnip, what do we have? We have the pepper. Excellent. The big one is going to be the pepper, okay? And under onion, what do we have? I love garlic, really, I love garlic, yes. And next to garlic, what do we have? Yes, we are going to be having the delicious beans. Beans, excellent, or beans. Cuando son ejotes, todavía van a ser green beans, okay, or straight beans. And next to the beans, what do we have? The cabbage. Excellent, la col, ¿no? The cabbage. Cabbage. And next to the cabbage, what do we have? The pumpkin. Excellent. We are going to have the pumpkin. And next to the pumpkin, what do we have? We have the chili, the dangerous one. That is the chili. And next to the chili, what do we have? It's the nut. Una nuececilla, the nut. Easy or difficult? Which one you didn't know and which one do you know? Yes, this is general and easy vocabulary that is necessary to be practicing and practicing and practicing. And yes, indeed, we are going to be having some more, but we are going to continue with this. During all this week, we are going to be reviewing certain things that are going to be very, very useful for you, okay? Remember, it doesn't mean that you don't know it. It means that sometimes we knew it in the past, but we don't use it. That's why we are going to be reviewing some of this vocabulary. Remember, if you need some extra one, let me know and I'm going to be helping you. We are going to be talking about food, yes, sports, professions, and so on. Everything is going to be in there, so don't worry. Very good, my sweet guys. Let's continue with this that I have here for you. Now, let's go with the most important part. I remember that we were talking about the difference between simple present and past perfect. It is important to know it because we are closing with all the tenses because you are going to be learning something new. And also we were talking about these words for, since, and maybe about ago. We are going to be finishing with this. What's the difference between for, since, and the most important for this moment is going to be ago? Do you know it? Yes, as we were mentioning, for is going to be all the period of time that we are going to be having. Here you have some examples. I have studied English for 9 years, all the period of time that you were doing that activity, okay? I have been studying for 9 years, all that period of time that you were using. I have worked in this industry for 10 months, all the period of time, all the length of time, okay? I have been working in this industry for 10 months, all the period of time. The period of time that you were using in order to do something, okay? That's where you are going to be making use of the word for. Then we have the word since, no signs, since. And you are going to be using this word, remember, from the start of the period of time. I have studied English since 2011. The time when you were starting something till or days, okay? That's going to be the situation. I have studied English since 2011. From that time till now, since. Okay, I have worked in this industry since January, or I have been working in this industry since January. The start point that you are having in the past till nowadays, okay? For all the period of time that you were taking in order to do something, since that moment when you started to do something, and that has been happening till or days. And ago, it's going to be a super easy and simple word because it means before now. And you are going to be using ago only for past tenses. And it is going to be indicating past time. For example, Lisa and Ben got married 3 years ago. Hace 3 años, 3 days ago. Contando desde ahorita para atrás. Ese es el secreto. We arrived in the Philippines 2 months ago. 2 months ago, from now till past. Va de reversa. She lived in Japan 2 decades ago. Ago. It is over. It is in the past. Present past. It is in the past. I made a report 2 days ago. Not today, not yesterday, 2 days ago. Ago. And here we are going to be having some extra examples. For, since, and ago are used to talk about time, as we were learning. And for is used to indicate a period of time, all the period that you were taking, okay? And it is often used with the present perfect, but that doesn't mean that you are going to be making use of these 3 words just in that specific time. No, well, actually ago is for past, but for and since, they are going to be used in different tenses, not only in one, okay? For example, for, I have lived in this country for 5 years, okay? I'm not mentioning the starting point, I'm just mentioning all the period of time that I have been doing that activity. Also, you can use for present, past, and future, depending the situation, depending the context, and depending what you are going to be saying. For example, in present, we can say, I go holidays for 2 weeks every summer as a routine, and that's cool. And this is just an example, but you can be using more. In past, you can say something, for example, like this. When I was 16, I stayed in London for 2 months. Can you see the difference? We can use present and past with for, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be great. Remember, they are connectors, and you need to use connectors depending the context, depending the grammatical structures, depending the vocabulary, depending the tense, depending a lot of things, but it is going to be super easy because you already know it. Also for example, in future, while I am in the USA, I will be in New York for 2 days. It's in the future, and that's okay, and we can use it, and it's okay. We are not going to be having big deals with this. Also, since is going to be a kind of difference, because remember that since is used to refer to the starting point of an action or situation, the starting point when everything started, okay? It is generally used with the present perfect, but depending what you want to say, you can use this in other tenses, okay? Here we have these examples. I have been learning English since the beginning of the years. I mean, since January. the starting point of something since the beginning of the year till this point of my life, okay? Oh, I live in Tokyo. I live in Tokyo. I have lived in Tokyo since January 2010. I mean, there is a starting point that was continue till our present, till our nowadays. And ago, as we were mentioning, is used to say when past events happened or going back from today towards the past. The verb is in the past tense, okay? That's going to be the situation that we are going to have. I came to Tokyo 2 years ago. I mean, I'm taking into account my present and going back. It's in the past. And ago is going to be used only in past. It doesn't matter if it's a far past or a near past. I arrived at the bus stop 10 minutes ago. It's in the past. That's how we are going to be making use of ago. Okay, but let me tell you that with these words, we are going to be having some extra situations. Ago and before. Ya están saliendo todos los trapitos, ya está saliendo ahora sí que todo estamos limando todo y sacándote el lado oscuro de las cosas y el extra y el esto. Remember, as we were saying, ago is used to count back from the present to the past. And is used with the past tense and time expressions. For example, her father died 4 years ago. That's so sad. Oh, Michael got a letter from her just a little while ago. Hace poco, pero este era el pasado. I was living in Paris 12 years ago. Or we went to visit my brother 2 weeks ago. Everything is in the past. Doesn't matter if it is a near past or a far past. It's in the past. And also we are going to be having another word that is very useful. You already know it. But before, and we already know that before is used when you date back from any point of time which is made specific. What? Earlier than something, previous to a time. Antes. Example. I am going to the supermarket before I go to my school. Previous to a time. I saw her 3 years before I went to Spain. Can we be using this word before in different tenses? Yes, you can use the word before in different tenses depending what you are going to be saying, mentioning, or expressing. Or for example, in questions, affirmatives, negatives, interrogatives. Don't worry. Did you go home before my sister went to the gym? And this word before is going to be helping you also to join, to match different tenses, different situations, different cases, different sentences, yes, different situations that you are going to be having or living. That's why it is super important that you can be using these words ago and before and the rest of the words that we are having because they are linker connectors. And as you can see, we are linking some ideas, 2 ideas. I'm going to the supermarket before I go to my school. Okay, it's future. I saw her 3 years before I went to Spain. It is in past. Did you go home before my sister went to the gym? Double past. Yes. And we are not going to be having any trouble related to that because that's correct. And that's very useful. So here we have the difference between ago and before. Ago is before now. Peter left school 3 years ago. It's in the past. They moved to this neighborhood 2 months ago. It's in the past. Before, it's going to be a kind of different. Before a past time, before now ago, before a past time. What did she do before she became famous? It's before a past situation, another past situation, because ago is before now. Ago is before now, and before is before a past time. Hurry, get this offer before it is gone. Zara washed her hair before she went to the party. Yes, it could be in past. Yes, could it be in present? Did you know that we were going to be using these 2 words for all these tenses? And the big surprise is before, right? How we are going to be using in that? Well, that was easy, right? Well, we are going to continue with this. That is going to be super duper easy, okay? We are going to be having a short exercise that is going to be helping you a lot to do or to review this. And here we go. So, which one do you think that is the answer? Here. I have been living in London years. Ago years? Let's check. 4 years. I mean, all this period of time, you don't have a specific starting point, but you have the length of time. I met him years. It's in past, it's in past, it's in past. Ago. I met him years ago. Excellent. I have known her. I have known her. She was born. She was born. For she was born, ago she was born, since she was born. ¡Ah! ¡Qué bárbaro usted! 3 days, he started reading a book. 3 days, he started reading a book. It's in the past. 3 days ago, he started reading the book. They have loved each other. They have loved each other a long time. Ago, in the past, since a starting point for all the period of time. For a long time. He hasn't run. He broke his leg. He hasn't run. He broke his leg. For he broke his leg ago, he broke his leg since he broke his leg. Since starting point. Sometimes the starting point, it's not a specific date or hour. It could be also a specific situation. She has been writing a letter 2:30 p.m. She has been writing a letter 2:30 p.m. 30 past past 2, 2:30 p.m. Since ago or for? Since, and starting point. She has been writing a letter 2 hours. For 2 hours ago, 2 hours since 2 hours. For 2 hours, all the period of time. She wrote a letter 2 hours. She wrote a letter 2 hours for since or ago. Ago, remember that is in the past and ago goes at the end of the sentence. The weather has been very fine. The beginning of June. The weather has been very fine. The beginning of June. Ago, the beginning of June. For the beginning of June. Since the beginning of June. Since the beginning of June. Just 5 minutes, 10 questions. That's cool, girls. Boys, excellent. I'm super proud of you, really, first since ago. Hey, very good. And that's just the first part. Very well. That's interesting. Be careful. And sometimes you are like, oh my goodness, which one could it be? But no, you already know it because you say, no, something is not good here. I believe that it is going to be that. You know it because you have been practicing. Well, stop sharing with this and let's go with this. Excellent. We were talking about what's the difference with, with ago and before. Well, ago, before, now, and before, and you can use the word before in every tense depending what you want to mention, okay? What did she do before she became famous? Hurry, get this offer before it is gone. Zara washed her hair before she went to the party. Easy to use, right? But it is important that you can start using these words. Also, we are going to be having sometimes expressions for the past tenses. You have the word last, ago, what we already know, and yesterday. Yesterday, it's super easy piece of cake, right? Maybe the word last, that is going to be you are going to be using it a lot. Last night, last week, last whatever you want. And the word last is going to be it's going to be used in different tenses also. It is used for past, but also you can use it in past perfect, past perfect, present perfect, perfect progressive, depending what you need, okay? But these words are going to be very useful also. I played basket yesterday afternoon. Oh, and yesterday, look at these examples, how you are going to be using yesterday. It's not only I played basketball yesterday. You can use this word yesterday, but after yesterday, you can have other expressions. That's why we are learning this. Yesterday, I played basketball yesterday. But you can use yesterday in a different way. Yesterday in a simple form. Yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, no afternoon, yesterday, morning, yesterday. No. Yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, the day before yesterday, yesterday night. That's one of the most important things that I want to show you today, how you can be using the word yesterday in a correct form, because yes, we already know how to use yesterday. Yesterday, ayer. Yes, but also we are going to be having some specific situations to use the word yesterday. As I was mentioning, no, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, the afternoon of yesterday. No. Or the last afternoon. We can use last also, but in this case, yesterday is going to be a curious case. Yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. I play basketball yesterday afternoon. The correct form to use also yesterday. We already last night, last year, ago, always at the end of the sentence. 3 days ago, yesterday evening. If you want to specify something that you were doing yesterday, but yesterday at what time, at what moment, right? And we continue with this. Ago, I saw that film 2 days, week, months, years, lives ago. Because ago is used at the end of the sentence. At the end of the sentence, always after an expression of time, 2 days ago, months, years, hours, and it indicates a finished time and is normally used with a past tense. Yes, okay, with expressions of time, but be careful with yesterday and last. I went to the cinema yesterday morning, what we were mentioning, last week, last month, last night, last year, because yesterday is going to be used at the end of the sentence, and it can be followed by morning, afternoon, or evening, no? With night, or we can say yesterday night, depending the schedule, right? But with night, most of the times we can say last night. Also, yes, we can accept it, we can use it. And the word last is used before a noun indicating time, and a specific time. Last month, last year, last hour, last decade, and so on. That's how we are going to be making use of this. Okay. My goodness, this is something super easy, but we also have different things to learn about the simple things sometimes. Well, what do you think about this? Easy or difficult? I think it's a kind of easy, but for that reason, we are going to be practicing with this. What can you tell me about, stop sharing what's going on here. Let me share with you here. Now, look at this. I stayed at a friend's house a week ago or last. A week ago. Cool. Tom played football week. Tom played football week. Last week. Excellent. I texted my friend 3 minutes ago. Remember that ago, it's going to be always at the end. She talked to Jane an hour Ago is at the end. Excellent. I visit my grandparents month. I visit my grandparents month. What could it be? Last month. Excellent. We played tennis Sunday. We played tennis Sunday. Ago or last? We played tennis Sunday. Ago or last? Last Sunday. Excellent. He listened to music night. Last or ago? Last or ago? Last night. Excellent. She painted a nice picture a year ago or last. A year ago. Let me check. 8 of 8 in 3 minutes. Super happy with you. Super happy with you. You're super intelligent. But now, in order to finish with this, I remember that we were talking also about present perfect and past simple. Hello. Have you ever read one of my stories? We already have all this, the form, no? Affirmative, negatives, and interrogative always have or has and your past participle. You want to say that no, have not, has not, depending the pronoun that you are going to be using, the subject, and the past participle. An interrogative, remember, as we don't have two question marks, the first question mark is going to be have or has, depending the subject, and your verb in past participle. We have seen that film. She has seen that film. I haven't seen that film. She hasn't seen that film. Have you seen that film? Has she seen that film? Obviously, you are not going to be using only personal pronouns. You can use names, places, animals, situations, and so on. No problem. And remember that we use the present perfect for finished events connected with present. And here we have like a cartoon, right? Hello, what's that? What's that there on the ground? Aspirin. What a stroke of luck. One batch and our heads will vanish. Aspirin. 1, 2. 2 hours later at the hospital. Look at the 2 Thompsons. What has happened to them? Explanation. The event or action is completed in the past, but the exact time of the action is unknown or unimportant. We are interested in the results or effects of that situation, of that event or action on us now. Okay, that's going to be the difference. The event or action is completed in the past, but we don't know the exact time, okay? Or it is not important for us to know the exact time where the things were happening in the past. We are interested in the results or effects of that event or action on us now. Okay, that happened in the past, but we are interested in the present about that situation that we were having. Also, we are going to be using a present perfect for past events with expressions of time up to now. For example, how long have you known snowing? Let me think. I have known snowy for 7 years. Explanation. Here, the event or action began in the past, but continues up to the present. That's the situation that we are going to be having with present simple, present perfect. That something happened in the past and we don't know when, but we are interested in that. We pay attention on what it is happening to us now, the results that is happening in us, or when something happened in the past, or when something began in the past but continues till the moment in the present, and maybe it could continue in the future. That's another difference when we are going to be using present perfect. Something started or happened in the past and continues up to the present. And the words that we are going to be using, no? For and since. For, when we mention the length of a period of time. For example, yes, we have, how long have you been a doctor? Oh, for 10 years. Or since, when we mention the starting point of time. Example, how long have you known each other? Since 1997 or since we were 27? Yes, we use these two words with present perfect simple. Also, we are going to be using present perfect when we talk about experiences. For example, have you ever been to China? Explanation. We talk about things or experiences we have or haven't done at some or any time in our lives up to now. Okay, up to now, that's a clue. Experiences that we have or we haven't done at some or at any time or point of the time in our lives up to now. Here, for example, we are thinking of a period of time up to now, even if we do not mention it. Doesn't matter if we are not going to mention in the specific period of time of the date or the year. No. We are thinking about a period of time up to now, even if we are not going to be mentioning that situation that we are talking about, a period of time up to now. Have you ever been to China in the past or till this moment? Present perfect for experiences. And remember that also we are going to be using these two words, ever, that indicates at some or any time in your life to now. And ever, remember that it is used in questions, as we were learning. And we have the have or has you ever, and the past participle, or the word never, that is going to be very useful also, but in affirmative sentences, but it's going to be having a negative meaning. Have or has never, I have never gone to Paris. Carlos has never sung opera. Okay. The past participle verbs are the stars here in this tense. What do you think till this point? It's not so difficult, right? But we are going to continue with this. Excellent. Let's go. Something happened with my recording. Sorry. I know. And remember that we use the present perfect with the following time adverbs. Just indicates a very short time before now. or the event or action has just finished. Look, the car has just broken down. A very short time before now. Something that has already finished some minutes ago, if you want. Short time before now. The event or action has just finished like this. Some minutes ago, some hours ago. Okay, a very short time before now. Look, the car has just broken down. And remember that just is going to be collocated after have or has. Also, we are going to be using already or yet. Remember that already indicates at some time before now. And the action or event may have happened sooner than expected. And it is used in affirmative sentences. Here we have the position. I have already gone to Paris. I have already gone to Paris. Subject have or has your already and your past participle with all your complement. In affirmative sentences, most of the times. Yet also is going to be playing here. It indicates that the action or event expected hasn't happened. Not until now. And it is going to be used in negative or interrogative sentences. The position is going to be depending on what we are mentioning. At the end of the sentence, in negative or interrogative, okay? Hello, have you packed your things yet? In a question, ¿ya has empacado tus cosas? Yes, yes, don't worry, Tintin. We have already packed our things up. Ya las hemos empacado. That's here where we are going to be using these words. And remember that we also use the present perfect with the following expressions. Here you have some time expressions that indicate an unfinished time period. Remember that past is for finished actions, finished time period. Present perfect is for an unfinished time period. Early this morning, still this morning, outside. Where is snowy? I have heard enough bad news this morning. Snowy, snowy, oh, he has gone out. You are going to be having today, this week, this month, this year, this morning, and so on. These are going to be a kind of words that are going to be talking. Well, they are some time expressions that are going to be indicating you an unfinished time period. It is super important that you can be using each one of them in different sentences in order that you can sound more natural. Now we are going to be comparing the previous example with this one. This morning, this evening. I didn't hear any good news this morning. The last one. Where's Snowy? I have heard enough bad news this morning. Snowy, Snowy. Oh, he has gone out. Early this morning, still this morning, outside. Golly, someone. This morning, this evening. I didn't hear any good news this morning. What differences can you find in there? Let me tell you that when the time period we are referring is finished, then we use the past simple. If that is an unfinished situation or unfinished time, present perfect. When the time period we are referring is finished, then we can use past simple. I haven't heard, no he escuchado hasta el momento malas noticias. Aquí, no escuché malas noticias, ya terminó, ya vaya, aquí no ha terminado el día y él hasta ese momento no escuchó ninguna mala noticia, ni ha terminado el día, ni han terminado las acciones, ni él ha terminado de pensar que puede llegar a escuchar alguna mala noticia, ¿no? Hasta el momento. Y aquí, en la mañana, noche, ya terminó y él no escuchó ninguna mala noticia. The period of time is finished. We can use past simple. And here we are going to be having a short contrast between the simple present perfect and the past simple. The difference is that in the past simple, we are interested in a fact that happened in the past. And we often use a specific time expression such as yesterday, 2 weeks ago, last year, etc. Something that is already happened, that's something that is already finished. Mike didn't go skiing because he broke his arm last week. Already in the past, already finished. It's a finished action. But in the present perfect, we are not interested in the time of the action, but in the result of that action, which is connected with the present. In past simple, we are interested about the time and not in the result. In present perfect, the action hasn't finished. It started in the past, but it continues till the moment. And we don't care about the time. We care about the results. For example, Mike can't go skiing because he has broken his arm. I don't care the action, it is in the past. I care the action. Doesn't matter if it is in the past. Can you see the difference? Mike didn't go skiing because he broke his arm last week. We are mentioning about time. But in this case, as you can see, we don't have any expression of time. We have the situation that Mike was living. Mike can go skiing because he has broken his arm. The most important thing is that he has broken his arm. I don't care the time, I care the situation. And also, it has an influence in the present tense that we are living. Excellent. Till this moment, what do you think? Easy, difficult, so that's not difficult, right? Well, let's stop for this moment till this, and we are going to continue with the next activities that we are going to be having and the next tenses, okay? Sweethearts, have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'm going to see you soon, okay? We are finishing. Our Tamara is asking us to clean up all these tenses because of the situations that we are going to be learning during the next classes. So don't worry, we are going to start with the difficult part, okay? Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.